Most people think that you have to be perfect, have a charming personality, and have an excellent performance to be able to close high-ticket deals and make $15,000 to $20,000 per month. But what if I told you that that is just not true? In this video, I'm reviewing a real call where I made big mistakes, yet still walked away with a closed deal. I'll show you exactly what went wrong, what I learned, and why you can win even if you're not at your best, if you have a methodology that can do the heavy lifting. Let's get into it. This is a one-call close. He gave me a logistical objection, financial logistical, but I prevented everything on the discovery. Look how I start the call, so you see.
Serious.
Hello.
Let me see if this is working. Hey, can you hear me? Can you see me all good?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome.
Yes.
Nice to
You are.
meet you. Yes, correct. So I saw that you fill out the form. So I went through it already. I have it in front of me as well. But of course, I would love to know from the man itself. Just to confirm, by the way, you booked a meeting today in our calendar because you're looking for more advanced help or guidance from Mark particularly. Is that correct?
Yeah, I saw his stuff in on Instagram, and I thought it was really good. And
Gotcha.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, sure, no worries. So just so you have full clarity and context in terms of how we run these calls, it's very simple. So typically, what we do first is getting a full understanding of where you're at, your challenges, kind of like your past experiences and whatnot. What are your goals as well, specifically what you're looking for, all to see whether we can help you and if we're in alignment in that sense. If we're in alignment, then I can walk you through the plan, the program, and kind of like give you all the details, answer your questions, and then kind of like see how we're feeling from there. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I guess nothing out of the book, pretty standard. Yeah. I don't ask about the weather. I don't ask where are you located. Straight into it. 90 seconds. Boom. My discovery is starting right here, right now. The best question to start with is, in your own opinion, when it comes to your dating life, what would you say is the biggest challenge you're facing right now?
So I only recently been single again. I was in a relationship for 2 years and a half in Argentina, and I had an opportunity to go to Asia, to live in Asia, Macau, and so because of that we broke up. That was like 8 months ago or something, a year ago.
Okay.
And since then, I've been pretty busy here, but obviously, like as time progresses, I want to start to go out there and meet girls, and so yeah, so it kind of got me reflecting on the fact that the way I meet girls, or I always met girls up until now, was mostly just when I go out and I'm like drunk and kind of in the moment meet girls that way, and I wasn't really proactively trying to go out there and go after the high-hanging fruit. So I was like, okay, if I meet someone today, great. Was a bit more casual, but with that always, came the realization that if you don't chase, you don't get the women that you're actually attracted to. And then I came across a lot of this approaching stuff on social media, and I kind of didn't even think it was like possible, because it's like if it's not part of your circle, like none of my friends would do that kind of thing. So I didn't see it as like something to even consider doing. And then I saw it like it's a great use of your free will, and so I wanna learn how to do that, how to approach better.
Okay. First question. He gave me a lot of things, which is good because I can analyze. I can see doors. Where can I go? It's better when they give you expanded answers. Okay, but you have to be focused and present, because otherwise you're gonna have no fucking idea of where to go from here. All right. Always remember, I'm looking to get into pain as soon as possible. The fastest way to get to a pain is by spotting a problem. I constantly need to ask questions that put the conversation into a problem topic. So let's see what Paulo from the past did here. Okay, first question is asked. And now let's see what's going to be my second question. Well, I guess, like, what have you seen recently in that part of your life, your daily life? Because you've been single for the last 12 months, like a year ago, so to say, right? Yeah. So what have you seen recently in that part of your life that has you reach out to potentially work with Mark?
I saw
that is a problem-based question. Okay, is part of the direction, relevancy, urgency. That's an urgency question in the North Star. What have you noticed in your current situation that has you reach out at this time? I'm looking for issues. I'm looking for challenges. You see? So that is a very perfectly valid question, because I'm kind of like, you didn't really give me anything that I could kind of like probe into. You didn't give me a very clear door. There was a door, by the way. There was a door there.
I think there was a door.
Yeah, there was a door there. Yes, but I was like, for me, it was like, at this moment, it was like, if I go there, it's gonna feel a little bit forced. Or I was like, for whatever reason, I was like, Let me just ask him the North Star question again, and just from in a different way to see what comes up. Because I know, because I've taken a couple of calls in this offer, and now I've seen the pattern, right? That's what happens when you take the calls. Now I've seen this pattern of when someone says, I only meet with girls and I only speak with the girls when I am drunk. That breeds a lot of pain. So I could have gone there because he said that. I could have said, okay, walk me through what you mentioned that you only speak with girls when you were drunk. Is that still the case? Yes. Why is that though? Oh, because I'm insecure and and when you see, now I'm just getting into problems. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah? Makes sense? You guys with me?
Yeah.
But this is also valid. This is like, okay, there was not a clear door, so let me just ask again. Another North Star question. Let's see what he gives. You have any questions, just raise your hand or just chime in, okay? This is interactive.
Myself struggling to see an attractive girl and just go up, talk to her, and I just ask her out.
Bingo. I am struggling with it now. He states a problem. Let's just go back. That has you reach out to potentially work with
Are you
Mark.
still seeing the screen?
What was that?
Can you say again?
Are you still seeing the screen? Yeah, all good now. I can say thank you.
No problem. That has you reach out to potentially work with Mark.
I saw myself struggling to see an attractive girl and just go up, talk to her, and
I'm seeing myself struggling to see an attractive girl and just straight up go to her and talk to her. That's perfect. That's the door. Now let's go there. Okay, how do you mean by that? Can you put me an example? When was the last time that happened? Oh, how do you mean by insecure? Oh, and how frequently does this happen? How long has this been happening? How does that make you feel? What do you feel this is costing you? You see how I'm just kind of like layering down, going deep.
And I just ask her out, I guess.
When you see struggling to approach a girl, like what do you mean specifically? You mean the initial contact? You mean the initial reach out? Do you mean, for example, keeping a conversation going? Can you expand on there?
I think it's a bit of both, but mostly
There's too much words. When you say struggling to me, what do you mean? That's it.
the initial approach.
The initial
It's like
approach.
I haven't done it, so
like just breaking the ice, even just approaching. Okay, cool. Can you put me an example, just so I can, because I really want to understand kind of like what goes through your mind. Can you put me an example? Last time you saw a girl that was like, this would be a great one, and nothing happened, so I can just understand kind of like what went through your mind, like the last time it happened.
Yeah, so it's funny because I was just in Bali on a trip with a friend, and the day that I reached out to Mark, I spent like an hour or so watching his stuff, and so that same day I went to a beach club. I went out and I was seeing hot girls everywhere, and normally I would just look at them and nothing else. But because I saw his stuff, I kind of was like, okay, I have to at least try something, even if it's a little thing. And that kind of forced me to go up and talk to like it was 10 out of 10 blonde girl, and I guess it was like my lucky day, like lucky streak. She was easygoing, she was very receptive, and actually ended up kissing her that night. So it was amazing because it was 100% due to me being in that with that intention of like, okay, approach. I have to. So that was actually a success story. About 99.9% of the time, I would just look at a hot girl and not even think about like talking to her. And if I do, it's like always like a lot of anxiety, you know.
Yeah, so it's what you put in the form in terms of like those thoughts of like, oh man, what if she feels I'm nervous, or what if it feels too cringe, or things like that. Okay. Okay. All right. And how long has it been going on? Like you having those thoughts, and because of that, you never approached a girl. How long has? So you see, he gave me a success story. I ignore it completely because I don't want. I just want him to sit in pain. Like, okay, great, but just keep talking. Give me problems. Okay.
So the overall feeling has been going on forever. Maybe if the girl isn't that attractive, it's like I don't care and I don't mind. But
yeah, but I guess like, do you feel you are here or you've been put in this world to just settle for women that are attractive? Yeah, so it's just like what we're looking for also is just like, how can we get even a similar feeling to that, but with 10 out of 10s, with 10s or 9s, right? Because the biggest reason why people come to us is because they want to be able to have it all in life. They're looking to figure out their dating part. That's why they come to us, right? And they want to be able to have the best person they can have, not only what's available. It's like they want to be able to be in a position of control and abundance. So I guess for you, this is completely unnecessary. I shouldn't have said any of that. I should have asked questions and just get more problems. Okay. This is not anything super bad, but just, me giving honest feedback to myself, it's just, I would remove this. Just focus on the questions. Just ask questions. Don't say statements. Just ask questions.
And only pain.
Exactly. you said this has been going for forever, right? But I guess like when have you been more aware of these things happening to you when you are thinking about approaching a 9 or a 10? When someone says it's been happening forever, that doesn't work for us because it's just like, how do you mean forever? So what you can say is like, okay, I get it, it has been happening forever, but when has this become more noticeable for you, or how long has it been more top of mind for you? Just give me a time frame. The last 6 months, because then I can build the next question. Over the last 3 months, you have experienced this situation. How does that make you feel? You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, I think his answers are more general or ambiguous.
Yeah, so we're not getting.
And you're looking for specificity.
Yeah, so we just ask. You just ask again. No problem.
I think I've started to become more aware lately, since I broke up.
Okay, so that's what
yeah, I mean,
you see, lately, but then he says, he said lately, and I was like, how long? Don't give me a general answer. But then he said, since I broke up, and then I had the data because I was just listening. It's like, oh, over the last 12 months. Yes. Now I can load my next question.
I decided that if I was gonna start dating again and stuff, it has to be with somebody that's worth it. Like I'm done wasting time, before.
That's a door. I'm done wasting time. That is a door we can open there. But let's see what.
I would be like happy if I got any girl, or like a 6, for example. But now it's like I don't even care.
Why is that? Why?
No, I mean, I already had experience, so
you don't want to settle for 6 or 7. Like, why is that though? Well, okay, fine. It's just like.
I mean, I never wanted to, but before I was like okay with.
Okay.
And now it's like, okay, I've done it. It's just a lame way of
okay.
living.
So it's not only because you have the experience of. It is what I'm doing right now is a recap. You can do recaps. That's great. It just facilitates understanding for something that is below your potential, and you don't want to repeat that story again. So that's one reason. And also, what I'm getting as another reason is because you have potential for more. Like you could be with a 9 and with a 10.
Yeah, I actually realized that a week ago.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have a situation where you had like a success story or a successful experience, right? But you also mentioned that it was 1%, like the other 99%, like that never happened. So redirecting him to the problem, redirecting his focus to the problem.
He also mentioned that I realized that I can go for like 9 or 10 a week ago.
Because a week ago he shared that he tried a technique from the podcast and he actually kissed the girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Guess what do you feel is the main thing holding you back in those 99% of the cases?
I think it's just right now I'm like in 0, not even trying. I think that's the main thing.
Why is that though? What do you feel is putting you in a place where you're not even trying? Because he's not even reaching out to the girls. He just can't. He just did it once and got lucky. But in general, he just don't even go and reach out.
I think it's just fear. I'm scared.
Okay, and that's okay. Like the first step to be able to change something is being able to look at it. It's being able to look at yourself on the mirror and say, hey, right now I'm scared. So a lot of people never get to that place. So that's good. The reason I'm saying this is because I want them to feel good confessing things to me. So when they confess something big, I say, hey, no worries, that's good, blah, blah, blah. Just so they feel more comfortable and I gain more trust. Yeah. Now, what are you most afraid of? Like, what are the main things that good probing question? Like, why are you scared? What pops in your mind? Because it's going to remind them of the pain. Like, because, fear and being scared, they can come from different places, right? And everybody's different because we have different experiences. So what do you think is that main thing for you?
I think, as I said in the forum, I think it's like going there and being cringe. Okay. I don't know. I guess I feel humiliation or fear of humiliation.
Fear of humiliation. That's a big deal. That's like, wow, I could just stay here for humiliation. How do you mean? Tell me more about that. How did that make you feel? Like now, it's just like, how do you feel about that? Or how does it feel to wake up in a body or in a life where you're just gonna have to deal with these fears? You're just kind of like layering more and more pain. All right, I can hear you. Now, just to give you a little bit of context, there are two types of people in this when it comes to this area of their life, right? There is the people that they immerse themselves in those thoughts and they kind of like succumb to those thoughts and they allow those thoughts and the lack of skills to rule their life. And because of that, they only end up with whatever is available or whatever that comes to them, but they never are in a position of power or abundance where they can choose. And then there is the other type of people that they're in a position of abundance and control. They can approach any woman, anytime, any moment with full confidence. And they are in a place where they are going to decide who's going to be the one, who's going to be the life partner in which they're going to build a family with. What do you think the difference between those two is?
The difference? I think one has balls, the other not so much.
That's one way to put it, for sure. The way we talk about it here is skills. It's just competence. Okay. It's just one has the skills to be able to communicate with 9s and 10s in a very natural way, in a very confident way, and the other one never took the time to learn the skills.
That makes sense.
You know, that's it. So the reason why you are where you're at right now is not because you don't deserve it. It's not because you're not capable. It's just simply because you don't have the skills, not the communication tools to be able to approach them. That's it. Right. And you started to step into what's possible because of the podcast and because what you've seen from Mark, and look what you got. Imagine if you put yourself in a situation where it's like full immersion.
I think it would be sick. Yeah.
You
It
know?
would be.
So going to that place, let's explore that. Like, what are the outcomes? Like, if you were okay, so now I'm transitioning into goals. Okay, so the reason why I'm transitioning into goals is because I was like, okay, I have enough pain. Looking back is not enough. This is not enough. I should have buried him a little bit more, if you ask me right now. Do you know what I mean?
And you also
He said
like
humiliation. I'm not willing to settle, wasting times. He said a lot of things, but we could have gone so much deeper here. So hey, I also, you see, like I'm also not perfect. Still close the guy, but hey, I should have stayed a little bit more in pain with this guy. If you ask me right now, my assessment is no, dude, like 3-4 more questions in pain, just get him to feel it. But even if you make that mistake, the reason why it's not all lost is because you have the other emotions. So the other emotions are going to compensate. What's happening here is like, okay, I have chances to continue to build the gap because I have pleasure and I have consequence, right? So I'm still in the game. And so far I'm winning. I'm winning in the sense of I'm building up. I'm building up. But what I don't like about this performance of mine is that I wasted opportunities. I wasted doors. I was presented with doors that I could have opened and I didn't take those doors. So that's a mistake. I should have taken those doors. Wasting time. Why do you feel you're wasting time? How does that make you feel? Humiliation. Just stay there. It's a big word, humiliation. It's just, I believe that when he said humiliation, I was like, oh my, this guy is I assumed this guy is in so much pain, but it was an assumption mistake. You see that?
Yeah.
Still close the deal, but again, like it doesn't matter if you close the deal or not. It's just like, how can you do the best of the best? Or if we were able to work together and help you develop these skills, what do you want to get from these skills? Like, what is the outcome you're shooting for? Let's just keep this very straightforward. Let's go into consequence in terms of like why you're looking to do something like this and where are you going. And correct me if I'm wrong. Just want to make sure that I'm following you. Is because you want to.
So my job is now. I think I should have started 4 years ago.
And you mentioned fun as well. Is that accurate, or is there anything else that you're also pursuing as a result? Recapping is always good. Remember?
No, that's exactly it. I
Okay.
think it's a very important area, and I think action must be taken now. And that's what the realization I had after I broke up.
Well, why do you feel is a now thing? Because most people put it off. Like, let's wait 3 months to learn the skills.
Yeah.
Why do you feel you want to start learning the skills now, though?
I think I should have started 4 years ago, but the next time, the next best time is now.
What makes it so is now? What has shifted? You see, like, I think I should have started 4 years ago is not an answer. It's just vanilla answer. So I say, what? It's just like, yeah, but why now? Right?
I feel like now I'm where like in terms of my job. It's a rare job. I'm a poker player living in Macau.
Okay.
And I have like I'm trying to grow here. But I'm like a bit more stable than I used to be before. I was not that stable, and now like I have more like time to myself. And now that I'm single at this age, I feel like it's got to be now. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. Oh, go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Was that Reza?
I said he's not sure, kind of. He's like, I think.
Yeah, it's not giving me a reason, right? Yeah. Good read. Well read.
I mean,
there.
I was gonna say, like, potentially if I grow with poker here, then like in the future being like in a good economical position and being able to like choose the girl I want to be with and being able to attract the girls I'm attracted to, that would be like the sickest life ever. So I think starting now would be a very good idea.
Okay. So what I'm hearing, and again, I'm just kind of like saying back what I'm hearing just to make sure that I'm following along, is that what makes it important for you now is because a couple of things have converged. Number one is the fact that, you know, with your career, everything's a little bit more where you wanted it to be able to focus on putting time and effort into learning this. Number two, the fact that you've seen time pass by and not any progress in this area. And number three, because you also have an idea and a vision for your future that when you do want to engage or build a family or whatever you want to do, you can be in that position. You can already have the skills, so you don't have to kind of like start late, so to say.
Yeah, 100%.
This is not good, guys. Don't do this. I'm giving him the answers.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving him the
Same.
answers. I believe what I'm doing here is because I'm seeing that I'm just running out of time. I'm wanting to hurry up. So bad. Don't do that. Just don't put words in their mouth. Just go, okay, I understand, but I guess you could have said that 3 months ago. So what has actually changed that makes this important now, though? You know, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you. But again, like, this is the beauty of this freaking method, that you don't need to, like, the method is so powerful that you don't need to execute it at his 100%. You don't need to execute the machine at its 100% to be able to get the outcome. It's so powerful that if you execute it at 50%, you can still get closest. Does that make sense? So that's the, and when I got started, I was making a lot more mistakes and I was still closing. So imagine. That's what I wanted to show you this. And the calls where it's not a perfect call, because just so that you get inspired. Like, oh, not even Paulo does it 100% of the times, 100% perfect execution. And he fucking closes. My goal is for this to serve as an inspiration that is like, just do it. And as you go, you will become better and better and better. Yeah, you want to become 100% accurate and 100% performance 100% all the time. But you don't need that to be able to get to 20K per month, you know? Because again, like there's multiple layers in this thing. There's pain, there's pleasure, there's consequence, there's why now, there's commitment, there's like presentation, temp check, tie down. So we're also just doing a lot of tie downs as well. So yeah, one of the things that's very important as well is because everything that we've covered right now, it's kind of like the brighter side of the coin is where we're going to get to if we learn the skills, if we put the effort at the time. So here, for example, he gave me the opportunity to go into why now before consequence. So I just, okay, but why now? I just flip it because he brought it. So it's like, okay, let's talk about why now. And then I just did the consequence.
It makes the whole
flexible
flow. It makes like the whole flow of the code more natural.
Exactly. Yeah. But the darker side of the coin is what happens if we don't learn the skills, if we don't get after it, if we don't get outside of our comfort zone, right? And kind of like another 12 months pass by. What is that going to look like?
Pretty awful. Yeah. Like I'm numb and just going through the motions without. I don't know. I feel this urge to take action now, so it would look awful to like.
Okay, and I don't want to assume anything. So that's why I have to ask this question. Are you willing to settle for that? Are you willing to settle for a reality where 12 months has passed by and we haven't made any progress in this area?
No, I'm ready to say no. No.
The reason why I'm asking you this, Benjamin, is because I can see how committed you are and how important this is for you. But the reality is that the version of you that is fully confident, that is fully articulate, this is identity framing. I'm going to put it in a box right now. This is very powerful and calibrated and has the skills. That version of you, where do you think it is? It is outside of your comfort zone or inside of your comfort zone?
No, totally outside. Yeah.
It's outside. So by nature, you becoming that person and you walking outside of the comfort zone, by nature is going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel scary. Exactly. And you're going to be faced with decisions that are not going to be easy, but it's how it's going to be because that's the signal that tells you that you're growing. That's the signal that tells you that you're becoming more. So my question to you is, are you willing to do that?
I'm willing, yeah.
Even if it's scary, even if it's uncomfortable?
No, I know there is no other way out but pushing through. So you just got to say yes and go. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you this, because we don't work with everybody. For Mark, it's very important that the determination, the vision, and the commitment is there, but also the willingness to walk through the discomfort, because otherwise we can't help you. Like if you're not willing to go, and when you go outside of the comfort zone, you're not going to be alone. You're going to be hold your hand, but you need to be willing to step outside. Let's just watch it. Well, write it down. People just they can't.
If I'm cringe, I'm cringe, but gotta at least.
And you can see you already have a taste of how victory tastes when you actually go outside your comfort zone.
Right? Yeah, it's actually like doing that improved my mood for the next, like the week after. I was just feeling great feeling.
But that was kind of like a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean? That was kind of like a, hey, I tried once. I was lucky. Right? It's like poker, right? You have two aces pre-flop.
Yeah.
You have two aces pre-flop. You only have an 80% chance if you go all in pre-flop, right? You know that you're a poker player. So you go all in pre-flop with two aces, you're gonna lose 2 times out of 10, guaranteed.
Guaranteed, yeah.
That doesn't mean you're gonna fold aces, isn't it?
Exactly. That's a very nice metaphor.
So
now I understand.
So this is the same, right? So I used to play poker, so that's why I put that analogy there, because he's a poker player and I know how to play poker, so I just give him that. But let's just finalize it, because I still have to kind of like identity frame him. So now I'm explaining the two identities, and I'm explaining and I'm associating the feelings of discomfort and difficulty with something good. So he's doing that association right now because I'm teaching him. But let's see if I finalize it. Are we willing to go all in with aces, knowing that two times out of 10 we're just gonna fail?
Yeah.
Folding, that's the question.
It's insane.
Yeah,
folding.
Exactly. Folding is not acceptable. You know what I mean?
Completely unacceptable.
So that he's with me. He's locking with me here. Like I could feel it. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So I can see, okay, this guy's in the buying pocket. He's seeing the fear. He's wanting to push through. I could feel it in the call. Like he's leaning. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. You see, kind of like what we're looking for. And based on what you've shared with me, I can, I'm confident saying that. No, I did. You see, like this Paulo was too comfortable in this call. So because he was too comfortable, he loosened up a little bit on very important things. So you see how it's, let me pitch this guy. This guy's ready. No, don't do that. Just finish what you started. So I should have said, okay, cool. So when you're faced or you're in the edge of your comfort zone and you're faced with a decision that is freaking uncomfortable, and those voices said to you, no, let's just stay comfortable. What are you going to say to those voices? I want to push through. Are you sure? Yes, because what happens if you don't? Yeah, nothing's going to change. Okay, so are you there? Are you at that place where you're ready to fight those voices? Yes. Okay, cool. At least that because I know it's gonna that decision is gonna come right here, right now. In 10 seconds, and in 10 minutes, I'm gonna pitch him. So I want to do a lot of prevention. But this Paulo was a little bit lazy, man. Like this Paulo on this call, no. Still close the deal though. But I'm very I have high standards, so there's a lot of improvements here. This is not a bad call. This is not a bad closing call. It's not bad. I closed the deal. I did most of but I didn't perform at my best. Exactly. Okay, so 24-minute discovery. Now I'm going to transition presentation, like 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 27, like 37 more or less, and then present, objections, I do have to go, so we can cover presentation if you want. In the next call, we can continue to review my calls and see how I handle the objection or the logistical, and then we can kind of like go from there.
Okay,
but what were you going to say, Reza? Because I know you were going to say something.
I wanted to ask, he didn't bring up any fear, objection, or uncertainty yet. But you went to identity before even presenting.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure. It's just kind of like a double, like, how do you say that? Like insurance policy. It's just safety for me. Let me just do an identity framing here. It's never going to hurt me. Never. Just in case,
We prevent it instead of deal with it.
Yeah. Identity framing is the biggest form of influence.
You saw that it might basically come up later in the call.
I didn't see any red flags on that sense, but I just want to make sure, By the end, when I was asking him about, are you willing to go all in with aces, knowing the guarantee, and he was like, yeah, folding aces is not an alternative. Like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah, no, if I'm cringe, I'm cringe. He said, I'm ready to do this. So I was like, okay, he's in. I was like, okay, let's just pitch the guy like he's in. He's in the buying state. He's ready to go. So yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so again, two combinations: skill sets and identity as well. Sometimes you don't do a perfect discovery, but you're super locked in identity wise. Like you're present, you're there, you're an authority, you're ready to challenge. So that also, you don't quite see that clearly as the questions and the wording. It's more like a how do you feel, or once you're on the call, you can feel me on the call if you're a lead, but that it plays a huge role as well. The identity part, conviction, clarity. Okay,
for sure, yes.
All right, awesome, great call. Let's wrap it up here, and I will see you on the next one.
Yes.